Have you ever shot in a studio before? If you haven't, then this one's for you. Working in a studio for the first time is one of the most exciting things a photographer can experience. But of course, there are some important considerations and adjustments you have to be aware of to ensure you get the most out of a studio photo shoot. Now, this topic can also be pretty intimidating for a lot of photographers who haven't worked with studio lights before. So here are a few tips that you can follow or keep in mind before your first studio shoot. Well, the first thing would be keep it absolutely simple. This is possibly the most important tip to keep in mind without any prior experience of working with studio lights. People usually confuse themselves by trying to figure out how many lights they need to use to get the most out of their time spent in the studio. Plus, using lights that you don't own already can be a little challenging and scary. I would say the best tip to overcome the fear is to stick to a one light setup for most of your shoots to begin with. I still use a single light and a single modifier for most of my shoots, and it gives me amazing results, although technique is really important. Always remember that your light is just an accessory to your vision or your idea. Start with one light and constantly keep experimenting with different positions and angles of the light. The next thing would be about using a versatile modifier. Now, choosing the right modifier isn't as simple because there are so many options and a variety available in the market today. Starting with a modifier that is easily accessible and can be tweaked according to your need is ideal for your first studio experience. I use an XL umbrella for most of my shoots because of the quality of light it offers, and also because I can create a wide variety of lighting styles with just this one modifier. Now, once you start using one modifier, you can always experiment with others in time after you get a basic understanding of how to use it to shape your light. This way, you'll be a lot more confident and a little less overwhelmed and ready to experiment with different sizes. When I started out, I tried a whole bunch of modifiers to begin with just to understand what kind of light it was producing, and once I found the modifier that worked best for me, I stuck to it. Now I do experiment with different sizes of modifiers, but it's completely based on the kind of mood of the picture that I'm going for. The next important thing to think about is about how ready you are before your clients walk in for a shoot. So test your shots. Keeping your setup ready before the client arrives and testing your light can give you a sense of readiness and massive confidence because you've already tested your shots, you've adjusted the angle of the light and corrected all possible mistakes. Now all you have to do is wait for your subject to start shooting. Using reflectors or cutters is an important point to think about. Now, using an affordable piece of foam board which can help create a variety in your images by simply adding or subtracting light. Now, they don't occupy a lot of space and prove to be extremely versatile for your shoots. The last point would be to get help. Shooting in a studio for the first time is already quite overwhelming, as we discussed. So a simple way you can take some stress off is by getting someone to help or assist you. Now, this could be a friend or sometimes even the client itself. It also gives you a sense of assurance and helps you focus on the more important aspects of the shoot. I hope this video helped you today and gives you a little more confidence to step into a studio and think about the different facets that you need to keep in mind when you're working with a client for the first time. I'd love to hear your comments in the comment section below and would love to be tagged on any of your pictures shot in your studio. See you in the next one.